Hi, grade 10s. Today we're going to be looking at using metric units for mass. So let's go ahead and start things off here. So we've got a big chart here. Now the big chart here, once again, at least this part of the chart can be thought of the same way when we use our staircase. So if there's no mention of tons, we can use the staircase to go from something as small as a milligram to as big as a kilogram. We can use the staircase each and every time as long as we're not talking about tons. If we're talking about tons, well, then we have to use this relationship up here that a ton is 1,000 kilograms. Okay? But the staircase will work with everything else. So let's take a look at a couple examples, see how this all jives. The mass of a chocolate bunny is 454 grams. A store has a display where there's 120 bunnies. Find the mass in kilograms. So first, let's find the mass of all the bunnies. So that's 454 times 120. And that's going to give us 54,000. See if I can get my pen here working. Or not. Here we go. It's going to give us 54,480 grams. Now that's grams. We want to go to kilograms. There's no mention of tons here. So if we go from grams to kilograms, we're going up the stairs 3 spots. When you go up, you divide. It's 3 spots, so we're dividing by 1,000. So it's going to be 54,480 divided by 1,000, which is going to give us 54.48 kgs. Once again, show your work. There's 2 steps here. You got to show the steps to get the marks. Something like this on a test is probably worth 4 marks. You know, you're probably going to get a mark for this, a mark for this, a mark for this, a mark for this. So show it all. One more question. A moving van is filled. The contents weigh 0.8 tons. Find this mass in grams. So this is a 2-step problem because the only relationship with tons is to kilograms. So we're going to have to go tons to kilograms and then kilograms to grams. So we're going to have to take this and turn it into kgs. That's our first step. And then we'll go kgs to grams. So to go from tons to kilograms, we see that there's 1,000 kilograms in a ton. So we're going to take 0.8 tons and we're going to multiply by 1,000. And that's going to give us 800 kgs. And then we have to go to grams. Now when we go to grams, from kilograms, instead of going up the stairs, we are going to go down the stairs 3 spots. So we're going to, instead of dividing by 1,000, we're going to multiply by 1,000. So 800 times 1,000 is 800,000 grams. And that's your final answer. So once again, show your work, show the steps. This is a 2-step problem. And looking over some of the classwork so far, it's evident that we need a bit of practice on being able to identify, is this a one-step problem or is this a two-step problem? And I've got a couple schools of thought on that. First of all, practice, 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 practice. The more exposure you get to any type of problem gives you a greater knowledge, a greater ability to try and decipher whether or not this is a one-step problem or is this a two-step problem. But maybe more even obvious than that is it's only a one-step problem if you take a look at the unit in the question, which in this case is tons, and you take a look at what you're trying to make it go into, which is grams, and is there a conversion that brings you directly from tons to grams? That's the question. Is there a conversion that goes from tons to grams? And of course, the answer is no. So if the answer is no, then you automatically know, okay, this is not a one-step problem. This is going to take me at least 2 steps. Okay? So in order to know whether or not this is a one-step problem or a two-step problem, look at what you have and look at what you want to make it into. And that'll be your guiding principle there. So there will be a quiz on this next class. Please make sure to get practice on this stuff. And if you have any questions, ask for help or ask a neighbor.